Question number 2 is a case that also is just an interesting one. They were selling aliyos in the shul. It was yantif, so they were selling the aliyos. Shul doesn't sell aliyos every week, but it sells in yantif. They sell aliyos in yantif, and it was already toward the end of yantif. It must have been like Simchas Torah or something, or maybe it was the last day of Pesach or something like that, where people were, I guess. Just tired out from Yantif already, and we're looking for some excitement in their lives. So the Gabbai sold, let's say, Revi to Ruvain for $100. So Ruvain bought Revi. Comes Revi. Shimon walks up to the Torah and tells the Gabbai his name, Shimon ben Yaakov, and the Gabbai assumes that Ruvain must have been Mechavit Shimon with the aliyah. So he says, "Okay, Yamot Shimon ben Yaakov." Ruvain is sitting there and he's not an aggressive personality, but he has no idea what's going on. He's like, I thought I bought Revi for $100. So maybe Shimon thought he bought it, maybe they were bidding, and they thought. So after shul, they went over to Shimon and they said, "Did you buy the aliyah?" He said, "No, Reuven bought the aliyah." Did Reuven honor you with the aliyah? No, I just thought it would be funny if I went up and see what happened, if the guy would give me the aliyah. He did, it worked. This whole buying thing is such a scam. You could just go up and just tell him your name and you get the aliyah. So Reuven's kind of upset. Shimon's, Shimon. And the Gabbai is kind of upset. Who owes who money and how much money? Does Shimon owe Reuven $100? Does Shimon owe the shul $100? Does Reuven owe the shul $100 if Shimon doesn't pay? If Shimon can't pay? Say Shimon doesn't have any money. Does Reuven still have to pay the money to the shul? How does this work exactly in terms of the buy? And what does it mean to buy an aliyah? Do you now own that aliyah? Is that something that a person has ownership of? I only have like 2-3 minutes left, so just to on the other issue, the aliyah issue, l'chora, there are 2 issues over here. There's the issue of buying and selling things, and whether there's such a thing as actually buying an aliyah and selling an aliyah. Pashtus says there isn't. There's no such thing as buying. It's not an object that you can make a kinyan on, and it's something that everyone in the shul has a right to. Why do we have a gabbai in the shul who decides to divide up the aliyahs? It's b'shem darkei shalom. Otherwise, people would be bludgeoning each other over aliyahs. We don't want that. Same reason why we have a kohen before a levi before.
Over a shishi.
Yeah, over or shlishi, depending what your interest is. But yeah, so the whole reason that we have a gabbai dividing up the aliyahs is because otherwise people would just be there would be no seder. But there's no buying an aliyah. What is it? It's you're taking an adava, you're giving an adava to the Beis HaKnesses, and that's another way of working out the darkei shalom. But the adava really shouldn't have much to do with the aliyah. So it's not that it's buying the aliyah. It's an adava because you're assuming that you're going to get a certain kibud. So that's why it's al das that you're giving the adava. So l'chora, the guy who grabbed the aliyah violated Nisr by doing that. Isur ben al-chaver, machlokes, halpanos bechaver bravim, onas dvarim, whatever he did hurtful things, and therefore he should ask mechila from Ruvain. He should apologize to him. Dine mamanis, probably doesn't have to pay Ruvain the $100, but asar zuhuvim maybe. The Gemara in Chulin Pei Zayin talks about that someone who's schar mitzvah is asar zuhuvim, someone who's chote for mitzvah mechavero, but probably not even asar zuhuvim. Because the Rosh writes in Nimra ben Utam that Gadol Ona Amen Yosmin Amavarich. So if Reuven was sitting there and he got to answer Amen to the bracha, so he got whatever. What was the schar? The schar was for the bracha. He got the schar for the bracha. He could answer Amen. So by answering Amen, that's enough. And not only that, even if the guy said the bracha quietly, l'chora, the Rabbeinu Tam writes, according to the Rush, he's part from the Asar Zuhuvim, because aliyos l'Torah are not really, they don't belong to any one person. It's not really yours. It belongs to the tzibur, and any member of the tzibur is 100% equal. Rabbeinu Tam says this way. So l'chora doesn't owe him the Asar Zuhuvim, he doesn't owe him the $100, but he should apologize. Now, if does Reuven have to pay the money? The Reuven does not have to pay the money because it was betos. He committed to that betos. It was a neder betos to tzedakah. So probably they should work it out, and they should tell Shimon that the right thing to do is to pay the money. The shul shouldn't be out $100 because he thought it would be funny, but really Medina Mamnis, you don't really have much to work with them here. Yeah.
When you said that Shimon doesn't know Ruvain money, but why doesn't Shimon know Shul money? Because he stopped them from.
Yeah, because that's not nezek. Stopping them from being able to collect for someone else. Okay, everyone have a good Shabbos. See you next week.